Alright, what's up guys, it's your boy Dillo Pillow, back with another reaction video. Today, I'm finally getting around to the Gorillaz first album, Gorillaz. I did a few Gorillaz reactions for you guys, do a couple tracks. You guys really liked it. I said if it got 25 likes, I'd do this video. I'm sorry that was like 2.5 weeks ago. Just had a lot going on. Also, this album is like incredibly long, so just sitting down to do this whole thing takes a lot of time. So this video is going to be long, but I hope you guys are able to enjoy it. The quality's been going up a lot on the channel lately, so I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you think of it in the comments after you're done watching. If this video gets 30 likes, I will do a reaction to Demon Days or Leica Come Home. I don't know what that is, to be honest. It says with like space monkeys. So let me know in the comments which one you guys want to see next, and then once it hits 30 likes, I'll do the next one. So yeah, I'm gonna be reacting to this whole album today for you guys. Starting, it's 18 tracks. I already did a reaction to Clint Eastwood, which is the longest track. I believe it's an hour and 10 minutes of playtime though, which is pretty long. So let's get it started with the first track, Rehash. Hoping to find some like hidden gems, because this came out all the way back in 2001. That's like a year after I was born. That's crazy. Okay, liking this guitar. This is interesting, yeah. Okay, this isn't really like the other songs that I've heard by them so far, so this is interesting. I like this guitar quite a bit though. It's very catchy. I'm waiting for the vocals to be like more pronounced, I think. The craziest part is though, this was probably recorded like, you know, like you had to record the instruments with a mic, you know? That's crazy. I don't know how it was in 2001, but it was a lot different. It still sounds high quality for sure. This is you know, a nice upbeat track. Like the sound of it for sure. Yeah, there's definitely some cool elements going on here. There's just not a lot of vocals on this one, which is interesting. But I guess they were just kind of finding their sound at this point in their career, so it's cool. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a pretty simple first track. Not a lot of like, you know, vocals, lyricism or anything in that one. Pretty simple, just guitar and a little bit of singing. So enjoyable track for sure. So let's go to track 2, 5/4. So it's like May 4th, I guess. They were ripping the guitar on this thing like that. Ooh.
My job for me. My job make no sound. Echo for me underground.
I like this. It has a little more attitude.
Really got me down. And babe, I said, people say to walk through you. Not just funny.
This is an interesting like type of delivery. It's really like sassy, but I'm not exactly sure what's being said, to be honest. It sounds really nice though. Low key got some like U2, early U2 vibes, which is nice. I know this was probably around the same time. And I don't know who got more popular quicker, to be honest. I'm assuming it was U2 because everybody knows U2, but it's good stuff. No doubt about it. Alright. Yeah, I liked that one a little bit more. I thought that there was a lot of elements to that track in terms of the production, drums, guitar, there's just a lot of going on there. Vocals were cool. Some vocal overlays too. I feel like they probably were like an early adapter of that type of sound, so that's cool. So let's go to track 3, Tomorrow Comes Today. Okay, went away from the guitar. Oh, there's that sound. Someone told me what that's called, and they use that in a lot of their songs. You guys got to remind me in the comments what that instrument's called. This is pretty laid back. So far, it's been mostly this one guy doing the vocals, but I know there's other people in the group. I just don't know them that well. Yeah, there's that sound again. I really do like that sound though. It's incredibly unique. Unforgettable. This is definitely like a good song to listen to during the day. Can get you that upbeat feeling, make you feel good. I like it, definitely. Yeah, I guess the girl's pretty prominent in these vocal overlays as well. But it's mostly the guy and the girl that dominated so far in terms of sound. Ooh, like that whistle. That's dope. I've always been a big fan of when people whistle on a track. Keeps it interesting, it's something, totally new compared to the rest of the sound. Always going to be, unless you've done it the whole track, you know what I'm saying? So, not something you can do often, but it sounds good when you have it. Alright, that was my favorite track so far. I thought it had a lot of good elements for sure. I think that was the most unique one. Stood out quite a bit. I haven't heard anything, any songs quite like it, mostly because of that one sound going on. Melodies were solid though, for sure. So let's go to track 4, New Genius, and also called Brother. So let's check it out. Those bells. It's loud. It's like either a bass or a really low guitar. I think it's a guitar. I like the violin going on there. I think it's a violin. Yeah, it's gotta be. The vocal deliveries is very unique on this one. It's like not super powerful, it's pretty laid back. There's that sound again. I like it a lot. I really do like that sound. That's probably what they're most known for, I would assume. Such a unique sound. You don't hear that anywhere. I do feel like the vocals might be slightly out of key on this, to be honest. I mean, this was recorded in 2001, so I can't blame them too much, but that's just one thing I noticed for sure. this part at the end here sounds a good bit better, in my opinion. There's like more going on, and the vocals kind of stand out a little bit more, I think, which is good. And they don't stand out for like the wrong reason, being out of pitch. You know, they're sounding much better in this part. Yeah, to be honest, that track wasn't super memorable. There wasn't really a lot of great elements of that one. You know, it's still not bad at all. It's just like, in terms of what I heard so far on this album, that one doesn't stand out at all. So it's not bad. It's just, yeah, it's not the best. So Clint Eastwood is the 5th track. Did a reaction to that already. I will link it right now. I did really enjoy that track for sure. That was like, you know, that would definitely be standing out compared to these 5 that we've heard so far, because, you know, it was a lot more rapping. I forget what the guy in the group's name is who does that, but I thought it was a really, really awesome sound, super cool. Not like any song I've ever heard, to be honest. So definitely really, really good track. All right, track 6 is called Man Research, alternative title Clapper. Let's check it out. It's like a bird. Okay, getting some bass. Ooh, lots of cool elements so far. That's awesome.
This is a breakfast club.
Liking this kind of spacey vibe. It's cool. Okay, getting some good energy from these vocals. I like that. It's got some psychedelic aspects to it, and the way the vocals are delivered. I don't think this guy has the best vocals, to be honest. I have to say that. It's not very powerful. It's not really that clean. It's somewhat out of pitch at points. I mean, it's not like a diss. It sounds good. The tracks they all sound good. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It was a weird choice to go with this much vocals on the first album. Just my opinion. This is definitely would have been unique production style in 2001, no doubt about it. Definitely stands out in terms of its sound. I really do really like the sound of these tracks, all of them. This is interesting. I really love the production, but the vocals aren't doing it for me, to be honest. It hasn't been enough. It hasn't been nearly enough with the vocals. And lyrically, you know, this is mostly based on sound. There's not really that much lyrically here at all. So honestly, like, so far, as good as the sound has been, I'm enjoying the vibes of the tracks. I'm enjoying the production. I'm just missing it, you know, for the overall feeling or the overall enjoyment of this album. I want more lyrically and singing, vocals. I just want more. You know, I know that Clint Eastwood was probably the best track on this thing, and we didn't listen to it in this video. And I mean, it's pretty evident in terms of like how many plays it has compared to the rest. It is a lot more. So let's go on to track 7 called Punk. Much shorter track, 139. So hopefully we get a lot of energy here. It's like Mario's. Okay. I like these vocals a lot. It's a very odd mix, but I like it quite a bit. The guitars are killer. Production's dope. Alright. I enjoyed that. Actually, that was very cool. Definitely a nice mix-up compared to the rest of the stuff. I thought the vocals sounded really nice with that type of sound. It sounded unique, stood out to me, which is good. So let's go to track 8, Sound Check. Here we go.
Gravity on me, never let me down, gently, never let.
This is nice. That's some like old school hip hop sound to it, low key. They're definitely good at hitting these space vibes. If they want to get them, they kill it with that. Okay. Vocals are much smoother on this part, like that. Production obviously is killer. I'm enjoying the sound of this middle section of this song quite a bit. There's so many cool elements in production. I just feel like I need more vocally. I need a lot more there. Yeah, now that most of the elements of this production are taken out and just focus on these vocals, which I like. I like that. They obviously were very ahead of their time in terms of production. Something like this would still stand out in modern music, absolutely. But in terms of vocals, yeah, I don't think it would stand out anymore. There's a lot of great vocal artists at this point in time. And like I said, can't fault them for this, first album. Obviously the production's well ahead of what anyone's first album ever sounded like, so. Yeah, enjoyed that track for sure. I just feel like it's not something I can come back to a whole lot just because there's not a lot of vocals in there, but it definitely fits a certain type of mood. Enjoyable track, no doubt. Just not, not the best. Alright, I must say, so far I'm not really impressed. To be honest, I really like the production, but the cohesiveness of this thing is not amazing. The vocals lyrically, it's not a lot, which is okay. It's the first album, so I'm assuming the albums get better. So make sure you guys run up the likes on this. As long as we get 30 likes, I will do the next album. So definitely run this up if you want to see it. Let's go to track 9, Double Bass. Okay, I feel like this sounds like better right away. Ooh, like that. Yeah, the element salts in this sound are just incredible. I can totally see why they're popular because of that. It's awesome. It's awesome. Love it. I like that. I really like that sound. I don't know if there's even going to be any vocals on this. And that's starting to be more obvious to me that they were much more focused on the sound than any singing or lyricalness. And that's interesting to me, that they would start off that way and end up where they are now, where some of the ones that I know by them are some songs that are really, really impressive vocals and like just the overall quality of the song that stands out. But this just feels like more of like testing things out, being fun, which is really interesting. Okay.
Which makes me anxious. At times unbearably so.
There was a little something. But otherwise this thing's been mostly the same sounds over and over. And it's not like they're bad sounds or like I enjoy it. It's just like this is not at all what I was expecting from this album, to be honest. I didn't know what to expect, so. Alright, to be honest, I got bored of that track. It's as cool as it was at the beginning, it was way too much of the same. So let's go to track 10, Rock the House. It says this one's explicit, so it might actually get some lyrics here. Okay. totally different sound than everything else. So trumpets? Liking this. I hope this leads to something good here.
I know you like that. You wanna try that? It's like a flashback. So shake your ass crack.
Okay.
Got the boss to rock the salsa, funk a blueser, any groove to make you move. Cause taking you to another landscape is my mandate. I'm highly animated, even though I'm decomposing. So if your feet is frozen, I'ma die to see you open. See rhyme and the DJ spin. I want y'all to just get down.
I like this a lot.
And the DJ cutting, I want y'all to hands.
The vibes on this are awesome.
Come on, trace the globe and shake your pants.
Lots of good sounds going on.
Just
Enjoyed the flow quite a bit. Reminds me of Rock Kim low-key. Obviously the delivery's not as hard,
Come on,
but
shake your bake, do whatever it takes.
that's just what I'm hearing.
Gravitational pull, I have you making a fool out of yourself on the dance floor.
Okay.
Doing backspins, running man, and more. Party down with vigor and
Let me know who is it,
candor.
which member is
Come into
doing
the
this.
jam or look
'Cause I
like
don't
a
know.
landlubber. And do the Aqua Boogie, win lots of goodies. Maybe pop the Gucci while the turntables
there's
is
a
talking
feature,
to
could
me.
be.
It's awfully groovy, seeing all the treasure and the booty. And the MC rhyme, make your toes and clap your hands.
Love the vibes of this.
Come on, trace the globe.
Definitely more my type of song for sure. Liking it. The production's really solid again though. I like all the elements going on here.
Come on, shake your bake, delic wearing Pampers while you eggheads.
We got some
on the
bards
wall
in here,
preparing
too.
answers, sharing transcripts while we over here dipping and dancing.
That was definitely a fun track. My favorite so far, no doubt. Really enjoyed the lyricism there, the flows. It wasn't the catchiest song. The delivery on the hook could have been a lot better, but it sounded good. It was enjoyable, no doubt. I'll be adding that to my playlist. Definitely got a certain vibe to it. Not one I would listen to all the time, but it was definitely a good track. All right, track 11 is called 19-2000. Looks like this one's pretty popular. Let's check it out. I like that sound. That's a really cool sound. Ooh, vocals are much better, noticeably better.
Here you go, get the cool, get the cool shoe shine.
Liking that.
Get the cool shoe shine. Get the cool shoe shine. Get the cool.
Ooh, like that water element. That was
Get the
nice.
cool shoe shine.
I can see why this one's liked a lot. The sound to it's just a really solid vibe. Much better vocals on this too. They stand out as being much more clear. Yeah, lyrically, there's a lot, more. There's not a lot, but there's more here that's definitely good. And the vocals sound clean, much cleaner, much less forced. It feels like we found a sound at this point in the album. Really cool, love that. Really love that sound too. I'd like to know what that instrument's called for sure. Have to compliment the production. It's truly a masterpiece on this one. Love that. Liked that quite a bit. New favorite on here. That's definitely my favorite. Can see why people like that. Really, really awesome elements to the production, sounds, vocals. Great track for sure. Alright, we're on the track 12 called Latin Simone. I don't know if that's how you say it exactly, but that's what I'm going to say. Let's check it out. Okay, it's in Spanish. Like that though, that's cool. Yeah, they obviously, I mean, knew how to do production of any style. That's awesome. Love that about this for sure. That they can do so many different sounds. That's so cool. I don't know at all what was said. It's said though. I don't know. Que pasa contigo means. It means like what? Que pasa. Seems like how are you something, right? Pasa contigo means what's the matter with you? Okay. I feel that vibe from this. I like that. That was definitely an interesting track. I really liked that they tried a completely different sound, and they did a really good job with it. It sounded good. I don't know if that was the same vocalist that was singing that or not. You guys have to let me know. Sounded good. Lyrically, I mean, sounded like they said pretty much the same thing throughout, but it had that good vibe to it. And it was telling a story with the sounds, which was cool. So let's go to track 13, Starshine. Okay, I like that distant vocals. I really like that sound too. Yeah, they're working a ton of different sounds into this. It's just like, you know, it's not really a song. I mean, it's telling a kind of a story with the sounds, but it's just like, it's mostly just like an instrumental, which is weird. They were rather inconsistent with that on this album. Just never really like straightforward if it's going to be a song, instrumental, focused on production, focused on lyricism. It's a lot of different stuff. It's basically a compilation of all the stuff they were working with at the time, I feel like. Yeah, this one was like cool, but just feels rather incomplete. Good sound, good idea, just nothing really happened. So yeah, let's go to track 14, Slow Country. Seems like these last couple have a lot lower amount of plays than most of these tracks, which is interesting. We'll see what I think of them, but I'm still listening to all of them. A little bit of pianos going on, with some droning bass in there.
City life, call me Lotta. Never get out of a chance.
Liking the vocals.
So what you doing? Gotta get my
That sound in the background is a bit distracting, but it's not too much. That's an interesting sound right there, I'll tell you what.
Can't stand your loneliness. I'm moving out of city.
I'm enjoying these vocals quite a bit. I
Bitter of a second chance.
feel like this is one of the better ones in terms of
Get a lot of problems.
getting the sound right. I do
I
somewhat wish that droning sound in the background wasn't there, but it's there, so I'm just had to live with it. It seems like we keep getting to this point where he just kind of doesn't know what to sing about anymore and just makes sounds. I feel like that's happened a few times, and I can't say I really like that, to be honest. You know, I guess it's creative, but I would have loved to hear more lyrically. I just would love that. Enjoyed the production on this track. I thought it was cool. I thought that, you know, the droning bit was a little bit weird, but it was really unique. Nothing I've ever heard before, so I like that. Vocals were solid, just not great. Could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot more. Pretty simplistic track. Not a lot went on, to be honest. So, and that seems to be a pretty consistent thing. So, it is what it is. Alright, throwing a track 15, M1A1. That's an interesting title. Excited to see what this is like. Okay, we're building it up. Hello.
Anyone there?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
kind of creeps me out. It actually is kind of creeping me out. Can we end this shit, please? Are we really still doing this? I don't like this. I don't like this. The guitar sounds good, but why keep saying that? It's so boring and it's like kind of creepy. I can't. The guitar, I have to stay. The guitar is building up. Okay, I'm glad I waited it out. Well, it took us a minute and a half to get here. Sounds good now. Totally rocking out. Love that guitar. It's so cool. Actually turned out to be a pretty cool track. Glad I did not skip through it, even though that first part was whack. It wasn't really reflective of what the song ended up being, but it was cool. Enjoyed the rock and roll style. They got all kinds of shit going on this album, and I've enjoyed almost every sound, really. Alright, we're into the last 3 tracks. This is track 16, Dracula. Let's go. Okay, there's a little bit of that sound that they're known for, or at least that I always stood out to me so far. I feel like this one's gonna be cool. It's giving me like Australia vibes or something. It's got a cool sound to it, but the vocals aren't adding a ton in my opinion. It's pretty simple. And the instrumental is like a lot, significantly less powerful than it could be. Which is an interesting choice, but I mean pretty much everything on this album has been an interesting choice, so. Alright. I mean, that track, yeah, not really a lot happened, to be honest. It was a cool instrumental, but it was just like, yeah, that was basically it, again. Vocals were barely in there. It was, yeah, I didn't really like that song. But it was, I mean, it had a good sound to it. It just never really developed into a full power of what it could have been, in my opinion. Okay, we're on to track 17. This is one I've been looking forward to just based on the title. It's called Left Hand Suzuki Method. Sounds cool. Feel like I've heard something like that before. Let's go.
Feel the impact.
Drums are cool, guitar hits are crazy. I like the sound of this one a lot. I'd like to do a verse over this track, if Gorillaz would let me. I feel like you add some Joji vocals over this, it'd sound pretty good. But it's very simple, you know, there's barely any lyrics. Unfortunately. Well, I enjoyed the sound of that song quite a bit, but not, you know, it was pretty consistently the same. Not a lot of, not really any lyrics in it, unfortunately. So it doesn't stand out to me. Well, it does stand out to me in terms of sound, but not one I'm gonna probably go back to a ton, just because it's just basically instrumental. So we're going to the track 18, the final track, called Clint Eastwood again. So it looks like it's with Ed Case, so maybe it's like a remix. Alright, listen to the final track, but my camera got messed up. You'll notice the camera angle is different. So sorry about that. You won't get the reaction to that, but it sounded basically just like the DJ version of Clint Eastwood. Pretty much the same track, just a little bit sped up. So yeah, this album overall was very interesting. There were, not really anything consistent about it. Lots of different sounds tried. Really liked that. Production was awesome. Songwriting ability, vocal ability, not really there on this first album. But I'm excited to see what Gorillaz, how they grew, because I know that people love them. This is only the first album. I haven't heard people talk about this one necessarily, so excited to check out the future albums. So make sure you guys drop 30 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe. We're getting close to 800 subs. So I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know which album to do next, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.